Look, guys, as I've said, if you're going to succeed in this process, you're going to have to listen to what you know, and you know that people fall in love every day in every culture on the planet for all legitimate reasons, right? Anyway, the comment was something to the effect of, you know, guys, you should know a foreign affair does not screen the women who come to the socials. It's very important that you guys understand that. So, we do not screen the women who come to the socials. I don't want to screen the women who come to the socials. We've never done that. We've always said that, and we never will do it. Why? Well, there's one incredibly good reason why we don't screen the women who come to the socials, and that is because the women aren't going to put up with it. So here's what you do, guys, just to understand the point that I'm trying to make here, because you can relate to this, trust me. Find a profile of a woman who you find attractive and interesting, and I want you to just look at it for a few moments. Now imagine yourself meeting that woman at one of our socials, or for a cup of coffee somewhere on that first date, because that's very possible. These women are real. They do come to our socials. You can meet them. So imagine you got on the plane and you went to meet somebody, and here you are face to face with that girl in that profile. Now imagine that you've been talking and it's interesting on both sides, and it's very engaging. You can feel the chemistry developing between the two of you. You're attracted to her. She's attracted to you. She hangs on your words. She finishes your sentences for you. The two of you are leaning into each other so you can definitely hear each other, and you're as focused on each other as you can be. And this is going well. We've all had a time like that in our previous dating life when we met somebody and found that chemistry and mutual attraction, and in those early moments it was fabulous, right? So imagine that you're having that experience with a girl whose profile you're looking at loveme.com. Now imagine that you've got to say something to her at a moment like that, which essentially sounds like this. You know, I've spent thousands of dollars to get on a plane and come halfway around the world to meet somebody like you. I had absolutely no idea what to expect, but you are really fantastic, and I love all this stuff about you. You are interesting, you are engaging, you're lovely, you're obviously intelligent. There's just so many positive qualities that you have, and I feel really, really lucky to have met you. You could have been the girl that I literally got on the plane to come here and meet. Now, here's the thing. If you don't mind, for my peace of mind, I'd like to submit you to a battery of tests, which will include criminal background checks, health histories, those kinds of things, if you wouldn't mind doing all that for me. Why? Because I have believed what the media has told me, and, you know, miscellaneous bitter men who write things on the internet under anonymous guises, that most of the women in this process are not to be trusted. They are criminals or worse. And I'd like you to show me that you're not that person. What do you say? Now just imagine having that conversation, right? Because that is the conversation that our writer on Facebook would literally expect you guys to have with any of these women, right? How are they going to react to that? How would you react to it? You get on the plane, you go halfway around the world, you're sitting in front of that beautiful girl, and things are going really well, and she says, you know, if you don't mind, I've heard a lot of goofy stuff about you guys from America. I hear most of you guys are sex tourists, and, you know, once we arrive in America, you beat us up and that kind of thing. So if you don't mind, I'd like to put you through a battery of psychological tests to prove your worth as my life partner before we get too serious, right? How would you respond to that? Let's think about IMBRA, right? The International Marriage Broker Regulation Act, when it was authored back in 2005, never debated on the congressional floor, just hush-hush through Congress and signed by our president in 2006. And, you know, that law, guys, when you read the way the law is written, it says that based upon an incredibly limited study by a retired associate professor somewhere, I think, in the South, no offense to my friends in the South, but all of us, all 100% of us, should be labeled as dangerous. If you are interested in meeting an international life partner, you are dangerous and you need a label. And so the IMBRA legislation came along and said, just the fact that you guys are looking outside of American borders for a life partner makes you dangerous. We obviously should label you so everybody will know who you are and how dangerous you are. And of course, that's completely foolish, and we know how we felt when those labels were attached to us, right? Our Congress painting with a wide brush based upon a very few tragic examples, you know, writing a law that impacts all of us, marriage agencies, and all of you clients, right? Look, the women in this process are every bit as real as you are, and they would feel the exact same way, and we would offend all of them if we asked them to be screened, and nobody would come to our socials, and you would waste your money going to Odessa, Ukraine, or, you know.
Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Interested? Check out our website at
ukrainesingles.com.
to click on our red subscribe button and notice bell to get updated every time we add something new.